Story time. What brought this about? A creator. This is my college story time. Now, when I was younger, I started out working at a very young age. And really didn't know really about the facts of life. I didn't really know about everything in and out. Very, very church raised. Was not exposed to a lot. Stuff that other children may have been exposed to. But I want to say this. There's always a rebellious spirit when the children get 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And because they can't see it, I don't think they can see what they want right then. They can't see the bigger picture. I remember when I first went off to college, I enrolled. Yeah, I did work this summer. I did save up my money for college and everything. Because my thing, I wasn't really prepared to go off to college. Mine was a last-minute situation. When I tell you I had already obtained my license to be a cosmetologist in the 10th grade. And so I really hadn't even thought about it, and I wasn't exposed about college. I wasn't intrigued nobody to talk about it. It wasn't in my face. I was, even though people had graduated, but they didn't tell me that they graduated from college. My mother needed me to say, hey, I went off to college and got several degrees or certificates or whatever the case may be. And so I was really in the blue about college life and how it plays in what you can do with that college degree. So I was just feeling around. But my aunt is the one that told me about the college, the 4-year college that I went off to, which was Wiley College at that time. She said, your cousin Emery went. She went off. It's a nice 4-year college. You should go. So at the last minute, I gathered all my documents and submitted them. When I say at the last minute, at the very last minute. My mom and daddy drove me down there and I registered. They had all my little hookup and everything for me to go away to college. But as I got to meeting people from different backgrounds, different experiences, different home environments, just kicking in, and then the college parties, the frats, the sororities, going around there partying and having a good time, and me being a fresh meat new student, which they used to call them fresh meat. But it kind of, that campus life with all the activities will create distractions from the real goal if you're not focused. But the first 6 weeks, a couple of my classes, I was not doing well. I didn't think nothing about it. I just figured I had enough time to get those grades up. That 6 weeks, they had already sent out my grades to my mother and father. My mother called. She said, I got your grades. And I was thinking, how they going to just send my grades out to my parents? Why would they do that? Now, this was a 4-year college. When I say family-oriented, one-on-one. They get to know your family. They get to know you. The teachers are concerned. You're talking about a college that was under 500 students. So they have more time where they can do a one-on-one to help kids stay focused or young adults stay focused. Or bring awareness to the parents, especially that first 2 semesters being a freshman. But I was so angry. I was so upset. I couldn't understand it. I went off to college. I paid for most of this. That's how I had an attitude. But as I look back, I'm really thankful for that college. While I hear teachers, counselors some, not all, can't believe parents are calling about an adult child. But guess what? Those young adult children that you call young adult children are not classified as truly adult children because they're still can be claimed on their parents' tax returns if they do not meet the IRS criteria of being an independent student. Majority of people that is under 25 does not meet the adult status for its per IRS.gov. They may have not earned enough money to be classified as independent. Somebody is taking care of them more than 50% out of a year. They have either lived with their parents for over a whole year, half or more a year in that household. So legally, even though in your mindset you think that they're adults, technically they're not. They still have to put them on their applications for scholarships and grants, Pell Grants, if they're on their parents' tax return. So technically, parents should have a right to know where their money going, especially those that are paying out of pocket for their child to go off to college. And then I look at it now as an adult, that's an extra support system. You want to know what your child is doing because a lot of things happens in college that you would believe because they're exposed to the outside world as well as college life. You have to understand the town they're in. They're engaged. They could be engaging with people on the outside that don't have anything to do with college. The people come up on their campus don't have nothing to do with the campus. Security can't control everything. And they sure can't control your kid if your kid is doing things that they see other students are doing. It's exciting. It's something that they never did. They have this freedom. So no. I concur for any college or university to take the time out to allow the parents to know what's going on, especially that first year. Especially if they're investing their dime into their child and they think their child is trying to get an education. Because it's a lot of them that their parents think that they're in college and they had dropped out and withdrew out of school and they still collecting their parents' money. That's just a thought.